Hello my friends, this is Buck Weezer and you've tuned to Buck's Small Engine DIY on YouTube. I'm working today on this generator. It's a CRAFTSMAN generator and it features what appears to be, by this sticker, a Briggs Stratton engine. But my question is this: is it really a Briggs Stratton engine? So I've run into some things here that it's been a little odd. And I wanted to talk through it with you. Maybe you've got one of these and you need to do some repairs or maintenance and you're having the same experience. So I want to talk to you. So here's a story of this. The guy called me who owns this. He told me he was pressure washing. He went to refuel the gas tank, and then it would not start. He couldn't pull the rope. It was like locked up. And he opened the oil to check the oil, and it's got a little oil. The fill and check area is this one and the same. It's this little yellow dipstick, and he told me that a liquidy, when he took that off, just a liquidy oil came gushing out of there like it was way overfilled. And of course I knew immediately what was going on. You may have had this experience too. His engine's been flooded, the crankcase's been flooded, the engine was flooded with gasoline. He went away for a month, came back, and the gas tank was empty, although the engine was at least spinning freely. You want to know if I would look at it. If you've had this experience, you know what's happened. The needle and seat in the carburetor has failed, and essentially your entire gas tank has made its way down into the combustion chamber and into the crankcase, and just flooded with gas mixed with oil now. And it's not that big a deal, really. It happens from time to time. What causes it is the needle and seat failure in the carburetor. And I've already removed the carburetor because I wanted to take a look at it. Told him it's no big deal. It happens. We'll change the oil. We'll drain all that old stuff out there. I'll take the carburetor down. We'll replace the needle and seat. So here's the carburetor. It's already off. Again, I'm halfway through this project, right? And I decided to turn on the camera. And the seats are this brass insert right here. You see that? And so I just was trying to find the part numbers to order a needle and seat replacement kit, repair kit. It's something I've done plenty of times, but oddly enough, I can't find the information I need to place an order for a new carburetor repair kit. So, first of all, nowhere on this engine was I able to find the Briggs & Stratton usual information, model number, type, and code. Nowhere. Now this says Briggs & Stratton. There's a couple other places where it says Briggs & Stratton. None of these stickers have the information we're looking for. Usually Briggs & Stratton has a 6-digit model number. It's a combination of numbers and maybe a letter or two. And then there's a type, an engine type, which will be 4 digits, a dash, and then 2 more digits. And then it'll be followed by like an 8-digit date code. And there's none of that on here. I've gone over this thing with a fine-tooth comb, and there's none of that information on this engine. I found some numbers under here. I don't know if you'll see that, but that's not it either. I went online with the information that I did see. This here, some stuff back here. I saw down here we do have a Briggs & Stratton emblem etched into it, and some of these numbers, which match the numbers up here on the side of the gas tank. But searching online with these numbers does not bring up this engine. So how are you supposed to order what you need? And it starts with me asking the question: is this really a Briggs & Stratton engine? I mean, I've worked on a lot of engines, and this to me is nothing but a Honda clone. A Chinese-made clone of a Honda engine, even though it's got a Briggs & Stratton label. So I guess Briggs & Stratton is now using Honda clones and putting their sticker on it, but the information, there's just no information. So finally, guess what I did? I saw this is a CRAFTSMAN pressure washer, so I did find the CRAFTSMAN sticker right here with the make and model. of pressure washer, and I went on Sears Parts Direct, and I was able to look up the information for this pressure washer on that website, including the engine information. But guess what? There's no parts breakdown for a carburetor repair kit or a needle and seat repair kit. All they offered me was a replacement carburetor, which on Sears Parts Direct was $27.99. That's a very inexpensive carburetor, but you know why it's inexpensive? Because it's just a Chinese-made Honda clone. So, you know, I talked to the guy who owns this, and I know how to replace a needle and seat, done it plenty of times, but kit's not available. The only thing they're offering me is a replacement carburetor. So that's what we're going to do. There it is. I'm going to put on a new carburetor, and I told him, you know, this engine, you know, it's just things aren't being made at the level of quality that they were. So it's just like slap a new China-made carburetor on there. That's the solution for everything. So it feels a little frustrating, but that's the only option available to us. And the other thing I told him was, since we have a fuel shutoff as part of our carburetor assembly, when we're not using this, when we're storing it, we're going to turn that valve off. Prevent this from ever happening again. Well, it's a long introductory rant, and I wasn't even planning to video this, but now that we're here, let's go ahead and slap up that replacement carburetor and add some clean fuel, and we'll see if this pressure washer will live again with this so-called Briggs Stratton engine. So the fix is just to replace the cheap carburetor that was on there with another cheap one. So I picked this up on Amazon. It comes with everything you see here. Some gaskets and hose and fuel filter and a cheap spark plug. I won't be using the fuel filter. I won't be using this cheap hose. Won't be using that spark plug. I did already put a new spark plug on this engine. I drained out that gas oil mix that had filled the crankcase. We got clean oil in there. So all we really need to do is install this new carburetor. So that's our task. Alright, so we got a new gasket. Slide him up. Here's a new carburetor. So, you know, one of the issues with these, if I were to put this, up, this air cleaner up, and then I turn on the fuel, and if the needle and seat fails, I'm not going to be able to see if it's leaking. You know, I won't be able to see it coming out the front of the carburetor. And this style of intake would prevent that from happening anyway. So maybe some gas would come in here, but then it would just be forced to run back towards, you know, through the intake and towards the cylinder. So, well, I think what I'm going to do, just to verify that this needle and seat and this carburetor is working, I'm going to add fuel before going any further, because then I'll be able to see within probably just a few minutes, you know, if it's working. All right, it's been a few minutes since we added fuel and turned on the fuel valve. I'm not seeing any leaking, so our needle and seat seem to be doing the job, at least for now. And you know, if you got one of these, you know, it's got a fuel shutoff valve. Definitely want to use that when you're not, because your pressure washer sits for a long time between uses typically. So yeah. Alright, I think we're good to go. Let's put the rest of it back together. And our air cleaner goes up. The breather tube plugs into the back of it. And we got these two 10mm nuts that hold it on. Get some tools and tighten that down. there's also another, it's an 8mm head bolt that goes down through the top. Alright, there's a rubber gasket here for the air filter, and my new carburetor came with a new filter, so let's go ahead and use it. I'll get it. Wing nut. Cover. Briggs and Stratton. Sure about that? All right, that's it. So let's take it outside. We'll connect the water, connect the wand, the hose, and see if this thing's back in business. Well, I recognize that today's video was more of a rant, perhaps, than a repair demonstration. But that's kind of, I wasn't planning to film it at all. It's just a little frustrating because, you know, even if you're a consumer, you know, homeowner, you want to buy a pressure washer, you buy a brand name that you recognize and trust, CRAFTSMAN, or Briggs & Stratton, you think you're getting some great American-made product, it's going to be high quality. And, you know, the reality is, and it's a little hard trying to explain this to people, it's just a low-end, made in China clone of a Honda engine. And the fact that it says Briggs & Stratton is a name recognition game more than it is anything else. I'm afraid that's all it is. So you need repair parts. The only option we had was to replace the carburetor, you know, with a $28 carburetor. That's a made in China, no-name carburetor. That's what was on it. That's what we put back on it. And I don't know, it's just part of the frustration with the lack of quality that characterizes so much these days as it relates to the small engine industry. So anyway, I hope that's of help to you. Maybe not. Maybe you got some thoughts about this and love to hear them in the discussion below in the comment section. That's always enjoyable for me. I try to reply if I can. Can't always do it, but I do read them all and appreciate any comments that I get that you might want to leave. So feel free. Have a great time working on your pressure washers, and remember, as I always like to say, only you can put the do into do-it-yourself, even though it might be with cheap aftermarket made in China parts. See ya.